Good morning. Welcome to Hug Nation Live, a opportunity to share gratitude and connect and just get the day started going right, or maybe recalibrating midday or watching an archive and getting a little chiropractic spiritual adjustment. I am in my brother and sister-in-law's home right now. They are away and I'm house sitting. Lovely home, and I am so grateful. Got to have, well, you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. Morning time is the time when we sing about our blessings. If it was Thanksgiving time, we'd celebrate the dressings. And when we share it together, it makes it so, so good. Thank you for joining me in the Hug Nation neighborhood. Good morning, John. Good morning, Juan. Thanks for calling me Brother John, John. I'm grateful that I had a really wonderful conversation last night with my nephew. He's super into golfing and I learned a lot about golf. And I've never gone golfing. I've done putt-putt golf, but everything I know about golfing, I know from like Caddyshack and Happy Gilmore and movies where people golf, but I really didn't realize how little I knew about the sport of golfing. So it was really fun to hear him share, and we grilled up some steaks together and ate outside as in the beautiful weather as the sun was setting. It was just great. So really grateful for time spent with my nephew yesterday. What are you grateful for? I would love to hear. High Noon, give me a compliment on this morning song. Thank you. I felt like it came together. High Noon says, good morning and afternoon and evening to all of us. Thank you. Anybody have something that they're feeling grateful for? Wow. Here. Let me block that person. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful that I had a good night's sleep. I'm grateful that my body feels pretty good right now. I'm grateful that I'm doing my physical therapy. I'm not feeling a lot of progress, but at least I'm being regular about it. Grateful that had a bunch of productivity with video editing lately. Grateful that the group is starting to come together for my September 7th men's gathering in San Diego. So it hadn't been on my mind much. And then it's like, oh, that's in a few weeks. And so it was a little bit of a source of anxiety. And then my old fear stories start to come in, and little voices of insecurity and such. But the group is forming. I'm excited about the people that have committed so far, and I'm having faith in it all. Oh, I'm grateful that the tickets for our chorus performance just went on sale. So there's going to be a live performance in Monterey and in San Diego in October. I'm not ready for that yet, but I'm grateful for the opportunity to grow. John says, I am grateful for my parents for being there when I needed them most. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I talked to my mom briefly last night, and just so nice to just know the love and support is there. If all goes well, we're going to have extended family, some of Lisa's family, some of our family, all together for Thanksgiving time, and that will be pretty cool. We'll see. And all right, Neighbors are putting surfboards in the car. That's how you know you're in San Diego. I'm actually in Carlsbad right now. Honeymoon says, grateful for my brother telling me about a brother from camp we went who will be playing in Rhode Island tonight. Gratitude for having access to going tonight. I've not seen him in 2 decades. Yay for reconnection. I'm grateful for all the Burning Man energy that I'm witnessing, and grateful that I have no commitment, so I get to just witness all of the excitement without any of the responsibility. That being said, I am hosting a little talk and Q&A today at 12:30 p.m. Pacific about the 10 principles, and answering questions if anybody is got last minute thoughts or curiosities about the principles. I mean, I can't answer questions about like I don't know what the playa conditions are like or anything like that, or how the police are on the roads this year, but I'm going to talk about big picture 10 principle stuff. That's 12:30. I think the link is preburn.hugnation.com, but you can always message me if you'd like to go and can't figure out how to find it. Good morning, Gerbot. I am grateful for a night away from my beloved. It's always a nice reminder of how wonderful it is to have her. I'm grateful that yesterday, at some point in the middle of the day, we both acknowledged that we're feeling just kind of an anxiety, a general anxiety about stuff. And so I said, are you up for just holding each other for a little bit? And so we just lay in bed and held each other for 20 minutes. And it was really healing and really, I just feel so grateful that that's a part of my life now. Gerbot says, grateful for my new exercise habit, for good health and time to prep and pack. Do you know when you're heading out, Gerbot? Oh, I'm grateful that I put together a list of homework assignments for a friend and client that's going to Burning Man. He said, give me some like missions or some homework, some things I should try to do when I'm there. And I had a lot of fun making a list. Some of them are very specific to him, but I might make the list. I might expand it or make a little bit of a public one. But I should do that pretty soon, right? It's Monday. People are going to be leaving in the next day or two if they haven't already left. Isn't this a beautiful home? I love this place. Oh, this camera's up there, actually. It's really pretty in here. I am grateful for easy access to healthy food. I came over to visit my nephew, and we talked about what we want to eat and should we go for dinner. And there's a grocery store a quarter of a mile away, and I just went and picked up fresh watermelon and sourdough and some grass-fed steaks, and so easy, so easeful. I don't want to take that for granted. I am grateful for all the things that Burning Man has taught me. Grateful for all of Burning Man is, has been a big part of the long-term lessons of surrender, lessons of seeing obstacles as the path. You can't get overwhelmed every time something doesn't go the way you think it's supposed to, because things are always being altered by nature or whimsy or whatever. And so, I had some moments this week when things didn't go ideal. Did I already mention? I think I talked about dropping the fish, and we were barbecuing, dropped fish, and burned myself. And I'm grateful that I've had enough years of practicing that I was able to be dysregulated and not react during that time of dysregulation until I could get my nervous system back under control. And you know, a lot of my training ground for that has been preparation and planning and playa stuff. John says the quote of, you need 4 hugs a day for survival, 8 a day for maintenance, and 12 for growth. That's a lot of hugs for when you're not at an event. I would say I don't think I get that unless I'm, yeah, at an event. Gearbot says, I'm planning on the Saturday evening arrival at Gate with hopefully a stop at High Rock Pizza on the way in. Cool. What does that mean for leaving for you? So Saturday evening, could you get there in one day from where you are? Do you leave Saturday morning? Gearbot is also grateful for my hairstylist of 25 years who I'm going to see today. Man, they must know your head pretty well. Heinen says, grateful for the closest star that gives us light and the salty water of the oceans that are so healing. What a planet. Perfectly distanced from this star to keep us liquid and solid. I saw something, I was just a headline, I didn't read the full article, but there was a discovery of a planet that was predominantly frozen, but the one part of the planet that faced a distant star was liquid. Just kind of highlighting how incredibly rare and how perfectly everything has to work for a planet to be far enough from a sun to not be too hot, not to be too cold, to have a wobble, so we have seasons, and just like, it's just incredible. It's just, really, as we get frustrated that there's traffic, or our knees hurt, or we're looking for work, think about how mind-bogglingly insane the odds are of a planet being this fertile and full of life. Woo! Oh, Gearbot says, oh yeah, grateful for a 5-hour journey. That's nice. That's nice. Someone asked me yesterday, how long does it take in the Hugmobile to drive to the burn? And it's like 14 hours, 16 hours maybe. Sometimes it could be done in less, but it's usually a multi-day. And because there's no air conditioning and it's a hot drive, I try to do it at night. So I try to like leave as the sun's going down one night, drive through the night, try to sleep somewhere the next day, and then drive the rest of the way the next night. Which makes it hard to start a full week after 16 hours of driving in no AC and through deserts and sleeping. Yeah, a friend of mine has been fighting a infection and like a respiratory thing, and asked if it would be like, they're supposed to go to build, and they said, do you think it'd be a bad idea to, like, basically, like, what should I do? I was like, if I was sick, I would say, guys, like, I'm not gonna come for build. I'm gonna try to get as healthy as I can before I head out there. So that's what he's doing. Hello, Angela. Good morning. I am actually in my brother and sister-in-law's home right now. Isn't it pretty? And good morning to you. Juan says, I'm grateful for a pink person to show me that wearing pink is perfectly fine. And you wear it so well, Juan. Gearbot says, yeah, axle tilt and a sweet moon. Seriously, I don't mean to be all, us versus them. but Earth is way better than those other planets. Last chance, anybody want to share something that they're feeling grateful for? I'm grateful that I've got some time this week to maybe do a little outreach or promotion for my men's group that's coming up. And grateful to live in San Diego, where even when it's hot, it's not crazy hot. I've got a friend that has been taking care of his mother in Blythe, California, where it is generally 30 degrees hotter than it is here, if not 40. It's Good morning, Natasha. Says, good morning from the beautiful high desert. I'm grateful I got to see my Cooper's hawk friend again on my jog this morning. Nice. I'm grateful that as I'm house sitting, I have a responsibility to water some of this incredible garden that Jen has going in this house. So it'll be fun to meander and water a garden that is already bountiful. Natasha's also grateful I'm able to travel up to Oregon to help my dad with his dog and house while he heads to Portland for an OSU CA appointment. Wonderful. I love Oregon. That's why I flew there twice in 1 week. And to get the guitar, as I mentioned over and over again. I know. You know, I'm really grateful. I've been really having an interesting week because I've been getting so much of attention on my Instagram account. You know, the Grandpa Caleb one has like 150,000 views, and the one I'm not going to Burning Man has like 600,000 views, and a lot of the other ones are getting 5, 7, 10,000, and that's enough people to have a steady stream of comments and be really engaging, which I love that opportunity to be like connecting to people all day long. It's really, I mean, it takes a lot of energy and time, but it makes it more fulfilling than just making and uploading, to like make and then experience it being received and reacted to is energizing. Yeah. And as I said, 12:30 today, going to do a Burning Man Q&A with Urban Playa in Zoom if anybody wants to join that. And which will be after gratitude. So I'm going to do gratitude and then head over to the Urban Playa decommodification and gifting talk. Should I plan anything? I don't know. I think I have enough to say about 10 principles. High Noon says, I'm going to try my best to be very present in the here and now today. Slow things down will help. The circle of being allows me to remember to be here now. Great reminder and advice. Maybe we all can take just a moment of thinking about how we want to be today, the energy we want to bring to our interactions, maybe remind ourselves of the places that sometimes we get too caught up in the moment, or the times when we speak when we should be listening, or just to preemptively remind ourselves that let's try to be kind. Let's try to notice when we're being judgmental. Let's try to forgive ourselves and be patient with ourselves and have a sense of humor about anything that might not be going the way we wish they would. And with that, wherever you are, let's give ourselves a big old squeeze, appreciating this body, this planet, this moment, all the people in our lives that bless us with their unique sparks and flavors. Let's take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of us, thanks for being here for this Hug Nation Live. Enjoy the start of the week. I love you. See you soon. Good morning, Sherry.